My name is Harrison. I'm here in foggy Fresno, California. Here, it's been great. So, anyhow, we usually have Roxanne Corleo that usually comes in with us, right? We have someone in place of Miss Roxanne Corleo, which has been great. The cool thing is this: is that I got a chance to see him this weekend in Southern California, and he is honestly, and this is honestly the truth. He's quickly become one of my favorite trainers because he brings the humor, he brings the fun, he makes things relatable. I just love it. And this, you know, that this ACN system is about duplication, right? He is one I would love to duplicate. That is what I'm looking at. So, as far as training, as far as anything, to gather that and bring that to Northern California, absolutely. With that said, you've seen him before, you know him, you know what he brings here. I just want to introduce to you, put your hands together for Mr. Dean Tarrolly.
Deal. Well, hey man, I appreciate the introduction. Yeah, this was what we call an untimed down. I was not on the schedule, but Roxanne needed to cover for her today for a minute. So just a little under the weather. And, that's what we do, man. We're going to play team. So I just said, if I can do it, I will. So you guys are stuck with me for the next few minutes. So, yeah, man. Well, listen, I know that you're stepping in for Mr. Clemens and Mr. Thomas. So well done. I'm going to go over some stuff today, you guys, that I hope will make a difference. Okay. And it's going to seem like a really simple message. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate the comments in the chat. So Harrison, thank you for opening up the call. Thank you for, again, you guys, so much of this is about playing team. Stuff happens, and are we going to be there for our team members along the way? So well done. And obviously Al is very smart. He has multiple people ready to step up if given that opportunity, of which you took advantage of today, which I think is great. So way to go. So here's what I want to go over with you guys today. And for those of you that are executive team leaders and above, and then you're on my Sunday night leadership call, you're going to hear a message that I gave last night. So the message that I wanted to give you guys is, and the same one from yesterday, and here's what it is, right? We are now at January 15th. For months, I was talking about the time of the year leading into the new year, the opportunity that we have, the mindset of people in general when they get to the new year is, resolutions, right? And, we joke about it, but I think it's kind of accurate that a lot of people will set resolutions, right? That they're doing this. And by January 15th, you guys agree those resolutions are gone. the change of behavior, going to the gym, the diet, starting the new business, reading personal development, all these different things, they tend to come and go very quickly, right? So there's 3 points that I want to bring up to you guys that I think are really important, right? And I covered this last night, and I'm going to cover it again because I think it warrants it. The idea here is to reset and to restart. Okay, so I just want you to write that down. Reset and restart. And then we're going to come back to that in a second. I just want you to have that in your head for a minute. How to reset your business and restart what it is that you had set out to do prior to the new year. Okay, resetting and restarting. Okay, but before you do that, there's something really important. Hopefully, when you reset and you restart, there is a goal in mind. That goal could be obviously a position goal. I want to be regional coordinator by, I want to be regional director by. If you're newer, I want to be ETL by, whatever that is. I want to be, if you're a regional director, well on your way. Maybe it's, I want to be regional vice president by a date, right? Because if you have a date, You now have a goal. And if you have a goal, it is something that you can now shoot for. And unfortunately, I think what happens in ACN is because you can't get fired, you're not producing, we're giving your desk to someone else, right? Sometimes it takes a higher level of discipline for someone to be able to advance their business going forward, because there really is no threat of loss, right? You're not losing anything. Nothing is being taken away from you if you don't do ACN. You're just not going to reap the rewards and the benefits of it, right? Well, I would challenge that a little bit. I actually think you are losing something, because there's people that you have access to. There's people that you have potential connections with. There's future regional and senior vice presidents out there that you're not talking to, or you're not finding them through a group of people. Guess what? They're going to be found through someone, right? Leaders are found. It's just who's going to find them. They're going to be found through someone, right? So we want to get into this idea of, okay, listen, the first couple of weeks are gone of the year. Time to reset and restart my ACN goals. Well, in order to do that, and here's the big point, here's the next thing I want you to write down. Know your business. You need to know your business. Like, there's people I talk to, and they don't know how many customer points they have. They don't know how many people are on the team. They don't know how many meetings they had last week. They don't know how many meetings are scheduled for this week. Maybe people go, well, Dean, geez, I don't really have a lot of customers, and I don't really have anything going on my team. Well, then we got to reset and restart. But you guys are all on this call because you're in ACN, so you have to know that there is a business that you override. But it's amazing to me how many people don't know what's going on in their business, how many customer points they have, what they need to get to the next percentage, residual percentage. It's a little astonishing. So it's really important, you guys, to know your business, know where you are, and know what the next steps are. So let's talk about this whole knowing your business, resetting and restarting. Okay, so if you're knowing your business, what are the core things that you guys really need to know? You need to know where you are in the progression of the positions. What goes into that? How many customer points are in your team? What goes into that? How many personal customer points you have, and how many customer points you have in multiple teams, multiple organizations, right? And this is not difficult stuff, right? If you do not know how to find that on your report, I'm encouraging you guys, please get with the leader that you're working with, right? If you do not know, and maybe you're kind of a newer ETL and you're still trying to figure out the reporting system and all that, you guys, you need to know that. You need to know where you are and where your team is, so you can help advance your business by helping advance their business. Okay, so you got to know your business. So if we're talking about resetting and restarting goals or New Year's resolutions 15 days into the year, look, you guys, here's the deal. Do not beat yourself up over that. Do not beat yourself up over the fact that you haven't been to the gym the way that you said, and maybe you haven't changed your diet the way that you wanted to, and maybe you haven't done the personal development and reading that you wanted to, that you said that was the goal. Like, maybe you haven't done those things to the degree that you want to. That's okay, but you got to restart it today. You got to reset it and restart it. And the only way you can reset and restart is knowing your business and what the goal is. So here's the challenge. I want you guys to set a date, an absolute date for two specific things. Okay. If you are not at 100 customer points, by what date are you committed to getting to 100 personal customer points? That's a question, and it's an important one. Okay. You're going to be halfway to 200. Here's the second thing. No matter what position you are at, what is the date that you are going to get to the next position in the comp plan for you? If you're an ETL, when are you going regional coordinator? If you're a regional coordinator, when are you going regional director? And if you're on here as a regional director, what's your RVP date? Right, just set it. You guys, set it and go for it. Set it and work towards it. Okay. See, hang on. Let me. I have a note here. Okay, perfect. So you guys, sometimes I take notes, and you can't see it. Sometimes I take notes so fast when I have a thought that I write it down, and sometimes I can't even read my own writing. Most of the time I can, but sometimes I can't. So here's the message that I just deciphered from my own notebook, right? So I want you guys to write this down word for word. Okay, so here goes. So I think it's important. Okay, here it is. I need to know where I am to get what I need to end up where I want. I need to know where I am to get what I need to end up where I want. And if you guys have heard me say this for years on this call, look, if you're already at the position that your ultimate goal was to get to, then congratulations, you made it. But I'm guessing you're probably on this call because you have another level, another position, another promotion, another achievement that you're working towards. Yes or no? You guys ever have conversations with people and you can hear them talking? And hey, Mr. Casey, you guys ever have those conversations with people and you can hear them talking, but it is like lip service, right? It's like it is all words and no action. You guys know those people, right? Okay. Every one of us at one point in our lives has been that person, right? Where we said it, but we didn't mean it. We said it and we didn't follow through, right? All of us. Nobody's immune to that. Nobody's immune to that. Life happens, things happen, maybe even with the best intentions, but sometimes things happen. I'm asking you guys with this particular topic of what I'm going over with you, please don't make that the case this time. Please don't make that the case this time. So you have some stories leading into the national in March that you yourself and your team have achieved and earned some promotions. Like, please, you guys, do not put yourself in that position. Put yourself in a position where you can look back 30 days from now. And today was really important because you made a decision to know your business, go into your back office, check your personal customer points, check your progression through the positions. And based on where you are, you reset and restarted just as if January 15th was New Year's Day. And I'll tell you guys, if you do that, there will be a clarity that will come out of that information, and there will be a design and a direction on where you need to go to advance your business. Because you guys, here's what's crazy, right? As long as I've been doing this business, as long as I've been doing these calls for Al, the message is really the same. We get customers, we build teams, we promote the events. We get customers, we build teams of people, and we promote the events. But you don't want to do that not understanding what the production value is of the different positions and what it is that you're doing on a daily basis to advance your business. Because in that way, you're just kind of like, I don't want to say the blind leading the blind, but kind of like, kind of everything comes down to exposures and getting people in front of the information. But once you do that, do you know where your business is at? What if we were talking about a traditional business? What if we were talking about Apple, mega company? Do you guys think that they have a system in place so they know how many processors they're ordering, that they know how many MacBook Air cases are being produced? You guys can't hear me? Can you guys not hear me right now? I just got a message that you, okay, cool. Hey, Kenny, hopefully you can get your audio okay. Okay, so how about Home Depot? Do you think they have a system in place to know how many Milwaukee drills they're bringing in per location? Do you guys think they have a system of accountability so they know what's going on in their business? They absolutely do. Why would we treat our business any different? What meetings do you have scheduled? Like here's a good one, you guys. If you look at your calendar for this week, now this is it's Monday, right? If you look at your calendar this week, and it is only blanks from today, Monday, Martin Luther King Day, that it is blanks for this week. There's two things I would do. Number one, I would reach out to the people on your team and enroll and engage them in an activity project this week. We are phase one all week. how many peaks, how many presentations, how many exposures. We are phase one all week, right? And if you do not have a lot of people to talk to, that means there's probably not going to be a lot of phone calls for you to make. I would be out there. It would be phase one for you. So by the time you get through this week into the weekend, you're plugging them in. You're plugging them into something that Mr. Thomas has scheduled, or that your upline has scheduled, or if you're on my team, that we have scheduled as an exposure for them. It's funny, you guys. It's like I was talking to somebody about this this week, and it doesn't take very long to create a habit. It takes a couple weeks. I think there's an actual number. I want to say it's like 15 days or 21 days, something like that, to actually create a habit where it's part of what it is that you do every single day, right? So I want you to know the second half of this month can absolutely be a reset and a restart with new head. 21 days. Got it, Marbetta. 21 days to reset, restart, right? Your business, to take it where it is that you want it to be. But I would tell you this, you guys, the big goal date for me, and I hope a big goal date for you, is the national. Where are you going to be by the national? How many customer points are you going to have personally by the national? How close are you going to be, or what position are you going to be at by the national, and work towards that? But you need to know where you are to get what you need to end up where you want. So you're not flying blind. So you know, sorry, speaking of flying, can you guys hear that plane like literally right over my house? So no, can't hear it? Okay, cool. It's loud over here. Anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you guys, right? There needs to be for all of us a willingness and an understanding that a business like ours requires, it is required that you know your business. Now, when you're brand new, you're going to leave a lot of that to the to the leader that you're working with. But I've seen a lot of you guys for a long time, and you're not new, and that's okay. But you can restart. Here's the last thing I want to share with you. What would be a good way? What would be a really effective, efficient way to do this reset and restart? Okay. So whether you have a team or not, whether you have people that are active in your organization or not, what would be a great way to reset and restart? Number one is you got to know your business. Said it 20 times on this call. That's how important I believe it is. And reset and restart. How about going ETL again? And you need to go ETL with two teams. Okay. So here's all that means. You have to get some customer points. We're going to identify a couple of people. We're going to help them get some customer points. And when you have 30 customer points between you and two new people who've joined your team, congratulations, you're in ETL. You have two new lines or two new legs of business. Now, I would tell you, unless you have a spouse in the business, I would just personally sponsor them. Personally sponsor them so you can maximize the compensation plan and the 4% through those 5 levels. They call that compression, where you've gone wide and you have a lot of reps and customers in those first 5 levels of business. I think it's great. That's what I would do. Go ETL one more time, right? Just do it so you can prove to yourself that you can do it. Hey, I'm working on a business project. Do you look at other ways of making money? It's the new year. We're working on some great things. Nah, not really open right now. Okay, cool. Do you know anybody that's open to making extra money? Yeah, my buddy, my friend, my coworker. Oh, my boss always looks at stuff. Okay, great. Let me talk to her. Let me talk to him. And you guys do that on a consistent basis. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to find yourself presenting. You're going to find yourself getting people in front of the information and the leaders that you're working with. You're going to find yourself knowing how to help people sign up some customers, and you're going to see your business start to grow. You're going to hit executive team leader. You're going to come back on this call next month, and you're going to let me know that you actually did that. I'm telling you, you'll be one of the stories that we're talking about and put you a huge step closer to the goal that you said that you were going to go after in advance of the next national. So that is my message for you guys. Know your business. You are allowed to reset and restart, but in order to do that, you need to reset and restart. So first thing is accepting, resetting your business, restarting your business as if it is January 1. In order to do that, you have to know your business, know where you're at. And by doing that, understand that we only do those 3 things. Both, remember that I said this to you guys, and I know a lot of you wrote it down. I don't know if a bunch of you did or not because your cameras aren't on, and that's okay. I want to be crystal clear about this message. You need to know where you're at to get what you need to end up where you want. It's so important. And now you have a framework to work within to advance your business and get it to the place that you want it to be, which is probably, I'm imagining, why you're on this call. So Harrison, that's what I wanted to share with everybody. I hope that that was helpful. That's what I went over in my leadership last night. And anybody can reset and restart their business. They just need to know their business first, so they know what they're resetting and restarting to get to. Make sense, everybody?